Hello, welcome to this again. For the past 8 years, I've been spending most of my time in the room that you've been seeing in all of my videos because it was where the computer was. But a few months ago, I decided to save up and build my own computer setup in my room. And here is the result. Starting off on the PC side of things, I have a Keychron K10 with blue switches and a Logitech G502 Hero. For the microphone, I have a Blue Yeti Blackout that I got at a GameStop. Under the hood of the PC, there is a Ryzen 5 5600X 6-core CPU paired with a RTX 3070 Ti with 8GB of RAM on it. Speaking of RAM, the computer has two 16GB sticks adding up to 32GB of RAM. For storage, I have a 1TB M.2 SSD combined with a 4TB hard drive totaling to 5TB of total storage, along with the DVD drive in the front for when I need to play the greatest game of all time. Logging into the computer, there is a wallpaper that matches my mousepad that I got off of Amazon because I thought it looked cool before realizing that it was ripped directly off of the mousepad company. The Goodwill speakers aren't the greatest things in the world, but luckily the Goodwill subwoofer in the back makes up for it. All of this makes up a beast of a PC for playing only the most graphically intensive games. Now on to the left side of the desk. This is where all or most Jiga videos will be filmed. Lining the wall, I have a collection of some of my favorite box software products. The floppy disks are probably temporary, but I think they look cool for now. Under this side of the desk is where I store my project laptops, a box of cables, and an assortment of differently sized monitors. Moving back to the PC side of things, let's see how this thing performs. Quick disclaimer, me recording the footage on OBS with indistinguishable quality probably wasn't the greatest idea for performance. I decided to start off with Garry's Mod, a pretty unoptimized game when you have like 300 mods installed. Booting up a pretty big map and I am already getting scolded by FPS boost. For the sake of authenticity though, I decided to turn it off and also set the game to max settings. It ended up running in the high 40s to low 50s in terms of FPS, which is pretty impressive for a game like this. I even tried the classic bomb test and it barely dipped under 30 FPS. Next up is BeamNG.Drive, a game that I was struggling to run on my last PC. But at max settings on this PC, the car smashed all the way down the hill at way over 60 FPS. Something I've always wanted to try was Portal with RTX. This is the first time I've had access to a computer with ray tracing, as my last computer had a GTX 1660 in it. It ran about how I expected it to, high 40s to low 50s on high settings. Looks very cool though. This thing runs Minecraft Java with maxed out shaders perfectly too. I even played a quick game of Bed Wars on it where I made the horrible decision to bridge to the same diamond gen that the other team was speed bridging to. And there goes my bed. Great. Minecraft Bedrock, on the other hand, with RTX on, ran at around 30 FPS while still not looking that great. I decided to give Fortnite a shot because I've seen how crazy the graphics have gotten. It took me a bit to actually get into a game because I couldn't figure out the UI changes they had made since the last time I had played. Hold on, did they just completely remove the regular, lobby screen? What the heck? There's a search bar now? I had the graphics set to ultra and ray tracing on, and the game ran at around 30 to 40 FPS. Although in places where the lighting is a bit more complicated, the game chugs hard. I was pretty used to this, as I originally played on Switch, which is not known for its graphical capabilities. And yeah, I will say this game looks gorgeous nowadays. I was also doing surprisingly well too. I almost never play on keyboard and mouse because I like controller more, and I was actually getting kills. I even sniped two people who were fighting each other first try. Then I got distracted by this box and got obliterated as soon as I opened it. I decided to give it another go without ray tracing, and the game ran perfectly as I drove in circles in a truck all game. Next, I decided to try some VR games by connecting my Oculus Quest 2 that is currently living in a drawer to my computer. And yeah, Beat Saber on these settings ran perfectly. I think my NVIDIA performance overlay broke. It even handled community-made mod charts perfectly. And can I just say how insane these things are? You can go from the calmest thing you've ever experienced to the most bumpin' thing to the environment disintegrating to screens everywhere. Oh hey, I made this one. To whatever the fuck is going on here. Like, seriously, what the hell is going on? FNAF also works. Jesus! Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you have something to say, leave a comment. And if you want to see more, then subscribe. And thank you to my channel members, Serenity Scubbus, Stephen Fail, Richard Waterson, Skyblocker, Gamer Fox 129, Sola, Sippy Cup, and Dillo, and I am Maurice. And with that, I'll be seeing you.